No Filter MMA family, this is your boy BJ back with another video short. So man, this whole saga continues with the Chris Cyborg, Amanda Nunes thing. And they keep asking, people are speculating, this is the last fight on Chris Cyborg's contract. Amanda Nunes is the champion, and Dana White keeps saying that Chris Cyborg does not want to fight Amanda Nunes. But then you have Cyborg who says, that's not true. I want to fight Amanda Nunes. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Whether it's Chris Cyborg or it's Dana White. So, I'm just going to give my honest opinion about it. I'm just going to be straight up 100 with y'all. It's hard to not believe Dana White because he makes it sound so believable. He makes it sound so fucking believable that Chris Cyborg, it's the perfect story. Chris Cyborg gets savagely knocked out by Amanda Nunes, and now she doesn't want to fight Amanda Nunes. She wants to take the path of least resistance and fight Felicia Spencer. That sounds perfect. But then you have Cyborg saying, no, I'm not scared to fight Amanda Nunes. I took this fight because, we have somewhat of the makings of a division, I guess, if you wanted to say. We have other fighters in the division. I can fight other people other than Amanda Nunes. I don't know. But somebody, either Dana White lying or Chris Cyborg lying. Somebody, but it's hard to say Chris Cyborg is lying because why would Chris Cyborg lie? Why would Cyborg lie about not wanting to fight Amanda Nunes? But then you look at it from another perspective. You gotta explore both sides. What if Chris Cyborg don't want to fight Amanda Nunes? What if Chris Cyborg really don't want to fight Amanda Nunes? What if Dana White, for once in his bald-headed life, what if for once Dana White is actually speaking the truth? And that Chris Cyborg really don't want to fight Nunes? It's believable. It's definitely believable. But then again, you have the long-standing beef between Chris Cyborg and Dana White. Dana White saying she looked like Wanderlei Silva. It's crazy. The history between those two, because they got a bad history. So it wouldn't surprise me that Dana White would try to tarnish Chris Cyborg's name and her legacy and everything just because she lost this fight against Amanda Nunes. And it seems like now that Chris Cyborg lost that fight, it's like the floodgates are now open on Chris Cyborg. Like Dana White can do and say anything to and about Chris Cyborg that he wants to. Because Chris Cyborg, in his mind, he probably thinking, well, Chris Cyborg ain't who Chris Cyborg used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know why Dana has these ways against certain fighters, like Tyron Woodley and, Misha. He had problems with Misha Tate. You know what I'm saying? He had problems with Stipe Miocic. He's had problems with so many fighters. You know what I'm saying? It's just like now he's got this problem with Chris Cyborg. He had problems with Ben Askren. You know what I'm saying? It's like the better the fighter, the more problems he has with him. Right or wrong. It's like the better the fighter, with the exception of Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? It's like the better the fighter, the more problems Dana White has with them. I don't know if Dana White gets jealous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Dana White wishes he was the fighter and not the promoter. I don't know. But it happened with Stipe Miocic. It happened, let's look at it. Let's look at the big beefs that Dana White has had with people. Ben Askren, at the time, undefeated. Champion. Stipe Miocic, champion. Tyron Woodley, champion. Chris Cyborg, champion. Misha Tate, champion. So it's like I may be missing some beefs in there somewhere, guys, but it just seems like the high level, the highly successful fighters seem to be the ones that are having the most problems out of Dana White. But he tarnishing Cyborg. Like I said, I don't know who's lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of stock invested in it, but it's kind of getting old. You know what I'm saying? That's why these reporters keep asking him, like, "Yo, why ain't you?" Because everybody knows that the more logical explanation is, yo, Amanda Nunes. I mean, Chris Cyborg is not scared of Amanda Nunes. Like, it's hard for anybody to really believe that Chris Cyborg is scared of Amanda Nunes. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that. But, when you have the promoter of an organization and he keeps letting that come out of his mouth, from this side of the fence, it's like, why does he keep saying that? Like, is it true? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he, no, excuse me. Let me backtrack. It's like, why does he keep saying this? Like, is he really trying to tarnish her name? Is he really trying to tarnish Chris Cyborg's name? What did Chris Cyborg do to make him, that would make him say things about her that are not true? But then you flip the pancake. Let's flip the pancake. Is Chris Cyborg, is she tentative about fighting Amanda Nunes for a second time? Because this whole Amanda Nunes Chris Cyborg thing is starting to get kind of old. Because before the fight, there was the narrative that Amanda Nunes didn't want to fight Chris Cyborg. Now, that wasn't from Dana White. That was from fans. Amanda Nunes and journalists, Amanda Nunes scared to fight Cyborg. Now that she knocks her out, now it's Cyborg. I don't know, man. You know what? I don't fucking know. But I'm trying to figure it out. So if y'all got any explanations or anything y'all want to input, drop those comments in the comment section. Until then, hit that like button, hit that dislike button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. This is your boy BJ, back from No Filter MMA, and I'm out.